So we're continuing to cover what is a sort of emerging Republican civil war between Trumpists and non-Trumpists. Actually, it's really Trump cultists and non-cultists, because many of the people who are not part of the cult did vote Trump, but they recognize that, like, for example, Trump lost and it's time to move on. So it's really the cultists versus the non-cultists. And it's been titillating and tantalizing to watch this list of Trump enemies grow and grow and grow. And the list of Trump enemies, depending on who you ask, now includes Fox News, Georgia Republican Governor Brian Kemp, and Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. The Supreme Court is now an enemy. Judges at lower courts are enemies. County commissioners and vote counters. The Republican Party itself has become an enemy to some degree. And here's just like a little bit of insight into how deep these delusional conspiracy theories go. Fox News is now being pulled into it. Prominent Trump cultist and MyPillow salesman Mike Lindell came up with this one at this weekend's Million MAGA March, which fell a little short of 1 million MAGA people showing up. And the claim is that Fox News is not just coincidentally bad because they acknowledge Trump lost. The claim is Fox News is part of a plot, along with, I guess, the left and voters, to overthrow Donald Trump. Listen to this one. Here is Mike Lindell laying it out.
Why do you think Fox declared Arizona with only 14% of the vote in? They already knew what they did. They were in on it. I'm serious. They had to be in on it. You don't know this stuff. I mean, all this stuff, and you know what? It's not just the ones behind this that are going to end up, being fought, and they should all go to prison when they are found out. But how about the Republicans out there?
All of this stuff, that's a technical term, I guess. Fox News was in on all of this stuff, says Mike Lindell. But there it is. Fox News should go to prison when it's all said and done, he says. It's genuinely hilarious that now there's a big criticism of Fox News from the right, but for completely the wrong reasons. Fox News is sort of like Rand Paul. Broken clocks eventually will get to something that's right. And in this case, it's that the daytime Fox News people are saying Trump lost. But now suddenly the right is going nuts and turning on Fox News. He generally, Mike Lindell seems generally disconnected from reality. He also says that the Supreme Court will vote 9-0 on something and give the election to Trump.
What's going to happen is it's so blatant, everyone, that I'm going to call my hand fraud and I'm going to call my foot that there was no fraud. All 9 of those Supreme Court justices are going to vote 9-0 because is that a hand or a foot? And they're going to go, it's a hand. There was massive fraud of epic proportions. And then it's going to unite our country. It's going to unite our country. And when this comes out years from now, when we're going to look back on this day, we're going to say, wow, God had his hands in all of this, and this had to happen in order to make the future brighter for every single person in the United States and the world.
Now, that's not just some random guy. Mike Lindell of MyPillow fame, Trump actually had him at the White House a few months ago as part of a coronavirus briefing. And he actually spoke and said Trump is a blessing from God, a gift from God of some kind. On the previous day, he said we are now in the end times, which is usually a pretty big red flag. In my experience, if someone starts talking about the end times as something that explains day-to-day events, you're dealing with a full-blown lunatic. And that's what Mike Lindell seems to be. Take a look.
And then all of you, I want to thank every one of you for coming out to support. This isn't this is support. The world is watching elections that have to be fair in the country and the world, because otherwise it's end times, which we're probably already in anyway, but that's a good thing. That Jesus loves you all. God bless you.
This is really a guy that I wouldn't even trust about pillows, and he's a pillow salesman, never mind about politics. Another completely out of this world moment was when another speaker actually promoted pillows sold by Mike Lindell, I guess because MyPillow is one of the very few sponsors of this event. This is just unbelievable. Take a look.
Give him a hand clap. And a special thank you to the co-sponsor that really helped fund a lot of this, Mr. MyPillow himself, Mike Lindell. Amazing patriot, loves his country, loves us, loves the president, and the president loves him. And I gotta tell you, I love his codes, right? I love his pillows, I love his sheets, I love his mattress topper, and I love his codes, because you know what? The Kraken has been released. You are part of the Kraken. So, for the best deals to support this patriot, use the code Kraken at mypillow.com. We got to show him some love. He doesn't talk about a lot of the hell that he goes through behind the scenes, friends.
Listen, guys, that coupon code, I have to admit, that's an even crazier coupon code than anything I've offered. I actually did not watch any of this Million MAGA thing over the weekend. I sort of checked out of politics over the weekend, and I still found myself thinking about Mike Lindell. Not something I recommend people do, but I'm in the market for a new pillow. Now, by in the market, I'm not really in the market. I know exactly what pillow I want to get. I want to get another pillow just like the one I have. And as I was making a mental note to pull off the pillowcase and check what kind of a pillow I have, I thought to myself, imagine if I went and bought one of those MyPillow pillows. I then immediately put it out of my mind and ordered the exact same pillow I already have, moved on with my day, and then was confronted last night with videos of Mike Lindell saying the Supreme Court will vote 9-0 and give this election to Trump. Not going to happen. But what might happen is Mike Lindell runs for governor. I think, where was it, Minnesota that he's thinking of running in? Bizarre guy, and the type of seedy character that gets front and center placement from the current administration. But the big story here is all of these enemies cropping up within the Republican Party and Trump cultists. And I want to have sort of a bigger discussion about that next.